Hi guys, Impact here, and today I'm bringing you Season 2 of Road to Prestige. This will be Episode 1, obviously. And as you can probably see, we started in late in the game because I joined session. Normally I wouldn't put the games in, but it was only 2 kills in for their team, I want to say. So I just thought I'd just stay in. It's just easier than finding other lobbies, and it was a good choice as well, because you'll see at the end how well I do. But anyway, this is going to be the Legends of Tomorrow review, what was meant to be out yesterday, but I was too busy just playing the game a lot to get some crypto keys, because it's double crypto key weekend, so I was on my main account. It still is, but I have to get the video done, so yeah, it's going out today, which is Sunday. But Legends of Tomorrow, episode 10, 19, no, not 19, 2147, that was the year, 2147. I couldn't remember the year last the review, but I do remember now. So yeah, in the year 2147, 20 odd years before Rip Hunter's time, or Rip Hunter's death of child. That made no sense. The death of Rip Hunter's child, there we go. So yeah, we start off, what's it? Mick Rory is still in is in the prison cell pretty much. Not really a prison cell, but he's in a holding cell that gets muted still. Throughout the episode, people travel in there, and I'll get a bit into what happens a bit later on if I remember, because they wanted to find obviously Savage. They went to a meeting, like in that year there's a board meeting which you could spectate from. You just had to be a member of a certain thing, and to do that you had to have something in your eye to be classed as a member. Rip Hunter actually had one stocked up from obviously his time, and he ended up putting that in. He was there with Sarah, and I don't actually know who else he was there with, but them two couldn't go in because they didn't have the the VIP key, so to speak, to let them in. So Rip went in, and he saw Savage on the board meeting. He wasn't the leader; someone else was. He was trying, like, from what we was told, Savage, 5 years from there, so 2152, he gets the kid of the or the son of the actual leader of there to kill his own father and to take over pretty much the world, that's where it starts. But obviously we're 5 years behind that, so that. So Rip, when Savage came out of the meeting, Rip followed him, and he was getting close to him, and then a kid came down the stairs. I'm just gonna say a bald kid, because I remember his name, I just don't know how to say it. Sort of. I don't exactly know, but be back in a minute. Right, we are back, and like I said, I don't exactly know how to pronounce his name properly. It's just because I watched it a couple of days ago, so I just can't properly picture the name in my mind. But anyway, the son gets taught by Savage, so yeah, can pretty much already guarantee what you know is going to happen. So Hunter, Sarah, and the other one there was with, don't actually know. I'm sorry. I should have known. I should have actually recorded this on Friday after I watched it. I just didn't do it. Don't even have a clue why. But they try and within the group they find ways to end it pretty much. So it started off with killing the kid, but they didn't want to do it. Well, some didn't want to, Stein didn't want to do that, and Ray agreed with him, so there was another way. They chose to abduct him pretty much and take him elsewhere, or just child abduction, pretty much. So still not a good sign, but better than killing them. That's what they say anyway, pretty much. And that guy got completely wrecked, heat waving me, and he still got destroyed. Talking of heat wave, Mick still in that cell. Yeah, perfect. Legends of Tomorrow in this. Perfect for each other, innit? Anyway, they go for the little mission to bag and tag him, which is a COD medal, but or collade, but they've tagged him and then go and bag him. They rob him. Pretty much, he's obviously his father's a leader of like an area, so he gets bodyguards to transport him to place, and Shara shoots one of the guards from behind, and Rip Hunter feels in that position. He then they end up getting under attack by Start or Captain Cold, and yeah, Rip Hunter takes him. Rip Hunter and another one of the bodyguards take him somewhere. Rip Hunter knocks him out, and then they, him and Start take him back to the ship, put him on a the bed, and he gets some sort of liquids going into him to make him not wake up. And then later on, he gets cut and he wakes up, and yeah. But we'll get into that in a minute. Pretty much, there's a lot of talk whether to just drop him off in a different time, alternate times, but then Gideon says whatever you do, it has minimal effect on the timeline whatsoever. So, what they did, abducting him, even if they killed him, it has minimal thing on the timeline, because 5 years later he's gonna die anyway, because he gets killed by Savage. He gets backstabbed by Savage pretty much. But, I'm back in the second game. Before we get into it, like the rest of the review, how about that first game? Joining in 2 kills late, still goes 47-7. I did do a bit bad towards the end. I think I went 10-5, went double positive in the last bit of it. I was 37-2, I think, at one point, and I just screwed it up. And the person that just killed me, I can't remember his name, but just keep an eye out for him, because he did the best on their team. He actually did the best in the game, and we actually lost this game as well. And it was really annoying because I did go double positive. I did get 30 kills. I just couldn't do anything. It's my team, and he was just annoying because he was sitting far back as possible with that gun. I destroyed him there as well. Look, but that was nice. Anyway, well, what else do I remember about this review then? That's it. It shows us what actually happens in the future. But oh, hang on, no. Before we get into that, Ray and Stein go through because they've seen robots that look just like Ray's suit, and they go to where it's like the headquarters, so to speak, of it, to take a tour and see what actually is going on. And then they come to a point, like some woman's giving them a tour. They come to a point where it said, "For great grandfather created it," and there's a statue of his head, and it looks to be Ray Palmer's head, but later in the episode we find out that it's not him, because they say they were like later on in the episode, actually, before we get into that, they make Rip Hunter does a solo mission by himself, like obviously, well, I was gonna say solo mission by himself, what else is it gonna do? Solo mission with 12 other people, why not? No, he went on a solo mission on the jump ship to take the kid and kill him in middle of nowhere pretty much, but he chose not to because the kid outsmarted him and said, well, you're not going to kill me because I know what a killer looks like and all that crap, because Savage has been teaching him for years, obviously. So that wasn't a good sign. He didn't get killed. He then got the rest were in a fight at this point against Savage's men. Savage and the leader, like the son's, the kid's dad, because Savage said they know where Savage said he knows where the son is. They find the actual wave rider, like the invisible, and they kept shooting it. So they all start to fight back. Then we find Hawk Girl and Atom go to the headquarters of where these suits are being manufactured and controlled. and they disabled it all from the all flying, so they all fell because they're all robots. So you just press one button and they're gone, pretty much. Press one button and they're back. So yeah, they took them down because this is when you find out that the statue isn't actually Ray's head; it's actually his brother's, called Sydney. It's a bit of a weird for a guy's name to be Sydney, but whatever. But we've just found out that he has a brother, so that's something, I guess. So what's his name? Rip Hunter shows up with the son, and Savage has got a knife to Sarah's neck. Said they're gonna kill them all, and Rip Hunter shows up with doing. Hang on. Oh wait, in the next clip, Rip Hunter also shows up with a knife, or I think it's a gun, his gun, to the son's head. So they swap out. He gives the son up, and Sarah's back with the team. They all get on board, and yeah, they're all on board. And then pretty much what happens in the year 1952, so 5 years after what was meant to happen, like Savage starts world domination and kills the kid. That actually happens much earlier. I think it says in 2 days the virus, what was spread 5 years in the future, is actually going to be spread in the 2 days in the future, which is not a good sign. Yeah, they changed history to make it quicker, and pretty much Savage got the son to kill his own father while he was sleeping with a knife, and he did it. So in the next episode, I will, unless the team can stop the kid doing anything stupid, which I doubt they can, rip future, they're gonna have to go to an older timeline again, back to the 1950s or something, to find him. So that's pretty much the episode, or all much I can remember. I'm gonna give it probably an 8.8 rating. It wasn't a bad episode. It was decent. It was really good. I'll give it to him, but an 8.8 rating. I can't give it anything higher than that because it didn't have enough action in it. So, yeah, the episode was probably going to get a 9+ rating. Is probably the episode that Savage ends up dying again, because obviously he's died before in Arrow. Because yep, that was Arrow Flash Crossover Part 2. But anyway, that's the episode. In the description there'll be a link to Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. Actually, scrap that, there'll be a link to Twitter and Twitch because I don't use my Facebook page, so there's no point in me putting it in the description. There'll also, like, I literally use Facebook, not Facebook, I use Twitter the majority of the time anyway, so you will always know. But there'll also be a my gamer tag printed there for this account, so the Road to Prestige account, and my main account. If you want to add them, have a nice lovely chat with me over at Xbox, and you can do that. If not, you can just comment what you, just have a conversation there. But I might not always read the comments straight away because they don't always show up. They never used to show up on my tablet because, yeah, and this kid annoyed me. It's just doing ring around the rosy. But I just couldn't do anything really to that kid. It's so annoying. But if you did enjoy this episode, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video whenever I can upload it, which will hopefully be either tomorrow, so Monday, or Tuesday. So see you later.